or find who I was and all these things until I started working. So like since 2012, that's why I'm here. Highs and lows. I wish Backlash had been my Mania match. You know, things happen, whatever, but I left on a high. I'm still looking for that next big feud. I'm still looking for that next big match. You've got Rhea probably wanting to beat me. You have Bianca.
That's a great matchup. That's a great matchup.
You got Liv.
Yeah.
There's so much for me to be excited for. The problem
100%.
is for me, I could just keep going. And I always want to be better. And sometimes I don't know if sometimes being a perfectionist can get, like, I think Mania, I wanted it to be too perfect. And then when I got to Backlash, I was like, you do you, boo. Like, that's why it came across. This is my opinion.
Yes.
I do want to come back with a different layer, because I came back after last year missing Mania with the opportunity and just changing my clothes. I wanted my body to look better, got in better shape, changed the hair up a little. What is that next layer? I can tell you it's not going to be good, guy.
I dig it. You're a natural heel.
I don't know, but what does that look like? Am I darker? Because at the same time, I'm like, don't fix something that's not broken. But you always need to evolve somehow, and what does that look like?
Man, I just think that's the space that you explore on your downtime, or if you're riding down the road and you come. It's like someone trying to write a song. It just kind of comes to you, and
yeah.
I think you'll come to it because you have all the tools. It's just which one do you want to use now more so than the other?
I don't know.
You have all the athletic ability in the world. So is it a character thing? Is it a blemish, a flaw, an enhancement? I mean, like, what is it?
I don't know. You're
like the $6 million woman. So you can do it all. So what do you do? If you have a performance at a pay-per-view or at a Raw or whatever it might be, you being a perfectionist as you are, how long does it take you to get over the fact that you didn't perform up to the level that you might have wanted to? When and if that happens?
I never get over it. I just have to like move on to the next.
Right.
I do dwell. Yeah.
And dwelling doesn't do anybody, but I'm like you.
It doesn't do.
To me, if it doesn't come off as a 5 out of 5, and then to me it's almost like, hey man,
because it's in my yes, like it was.
They gave me the ball.
They gave me the ball. What did I like? What? How did I? It's my.
Hey, you've been running for a lot of touchdowns, so.
No, I know, but that's just got to make the next one better, right? Hope they forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to your father's shadow.
Yep.
Let's go to the screen. The nature boy, Ric Flair.
I think he just puts that for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I don't ever say, Dad, I feel like I'm just your daughter. I think he wants us so bad. And I think because of his age, he doesn't understand social media the way we do.
Right.
He wants that so bad for me to understand that.
I think he's, and you know this. I mean, obviously you love him. He loves you. I think he's so proud of you. It's almost uncontainable. And I'm sure every time you're on, he's living vicariously through the storylines that you're in, and watching you process and make decisions. And maybe y'all talk about that. But I know he truly feels like that. And I was telling the guys before you showed up, I said, here's the thing about Charlotte Flair. If Ric Flair was Ric Flair and Charlotte's name was Elizabeth McGillicuddy, she still would have got over to the same degree that Charlotte Flair, the daughter of Ric Flair, got over. It would have been the complete same. It's great to have that lineage, that heritage, the fact that you're second generation, but your talent is what it is. They're not growing people like you on trees.
I stopped wooing. When I came back as the opportunity last year, if people really notice minor details, I don't woo anymore in the ring.
How hard was that stop?
It was a little hard because I'm like, they woo to me.
Yeah.
So why am I stopping I'm like, you know what? Just let them woo at me. Because the problem now is when you come out, it's like half boos, half woos, half cheers.
Yeah.
There are like little tweaks like that I did do when I'm like, I want to be serious.
You know, the funny thing about it, like something as simple as a woo, it's like a mechanism. And like you sometimes you just go on autopilot and it becomes so part of you that you feel different by not doing it.
A little.
You know, it's almost like those first few times when you're young in the business, you're walking to the ring and you're like, you don't really, not the greatest worker. You haven't put the package really all together yet. And you're just kind of walking out there and you like, don't know who you are. So then when you stop doing something that's so identifiable to you, you're like, man, am I being me?
Where do I put my hands?
Yeah, what I do.
I don't know what I do with my hands. Yeah.
Last question before we wrap up. How's the body feeling? How you feeling mentally? Are you charged up? Are you feeling good? Are you any ailments yet? 10 years, you've been going hard. I said you were a workhorse. And let me ask you this. When I call you a workhorse,
Sure.
did you take it as a compliment?
Heck yes,
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I love it. Like, the other thing is, because I've been so consistent, I'm always on TV.
Right.
So people don't get like a break of me. So I think my wedding and honeymoon has been, people have gotten like a break from me. Well, I'm sure work doesn't like the break, but I'm sure the fans like the break.
So no, you know what? But sometimes it doesn't matter how hot you are or how on fire you are. You have to just pull back, or the company has to pull back, because sometimes you can be overexposed, and I've seen it happen 100 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, so maybe it's a good thing, but
No, I'm not. It's for me right now. It's what is next. I made it this far. Like, was I too focused on being on the road and I didn't know, like, what does it, like, look what you've done, the movies you've been in,
low
Broken
budget,
Skull.
yeah.
No, like, I love Longest Yard. Hello.
But anyway, back to you.
No, I'm just saying, how do I, if I didn't have the like, just because it's not, I should not be nervous to do something new because I was able to do this and look what I turned it into. So don't be nervous in a different territory. But how do I make that transition? What does that look like? Because the one thing I love doing in wrestling is tapping into what I've been through and my real emotions. Whenever I go out there, there's an inner dialogue of what I'm thinking about. When it's like time to go, like this sounds crazy, but when I say like, well, I just can't be Charlotte Flair, the 13-time champion.
Yeah.
That's it? Like, I'm thinking to myself, that's it? But that's a lot, right?
Well, it is a lot because it's a lot of championships, but therein lies that always evolving piece of like a classic case,
Yeah.
Undertaker always reinventing himself
Yes.
to stay relevant, and the changes he made during the Attitude Era because he wasn't edgy enough. He comes out to the American Badass, but and to you, I guess we'll all stay tuned and watch and see.
I'm not dyeing my hair,
what
though.
the 13-time world champion Charlotte Flair does. But as it stands right now, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming all the way out here to the middle of nowhere. You know, along with your dad, I'm your biggest fan. So I just want to say good luck.
Thanks, man.
Safe travels. Congrats on all your success in the past. And I know we're looking forward to really big things in the future and to see where Charlotte Flair goes from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just spent some time with the Queen, Charlotte Flair, here on the Broken Skull Sessions, and that's the bottom line.